In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to use a left side, right side check to verify if our solution to a linear system is correct. Let's assume you've used the y-intercept and slope of our blue line to graph it. Also, let's assume you've used the y-intercept and slope of our red line to graph it. After graphing both red and blue lines, you've determined that the point of intersection is 2 and 3. However, we have a very important question to answer. Is the solution, or point of intersection, actually 2 and 3? Before we begin, it's important to remember that a coordinate is made up of two numbers. The first number is the x-coordinate, and the second number is the y-coordinate. I want you to take a look at the equation of our red line. On the left side, we have the variable of y. I want you to replace that variable of y with the value of 3. There are no operations on the left side, so we are done and we can just leave that number 3 alone. On the right side of the red equation, you'll see the variable of x. I want you to replace the variable of x with the value of 2, and I want you to put that in brackets. According to the order of operations, we want to multiply before we add. So 1/2 times 2 is the same thing as 1/2 times 2 over 1. When you multiply fractions, you just have to multiply the numerators, which is 1 times 2, which is 2, and you just have to multiply the denominators, which is 2 times 1, which is 2. We can simplify this. 2 over 2 is the same thing as 1, and then 1 plus 2 becomes 3. And as you can see, left side is equal to the right side. We're going to repeat this process with the blue equation. On the left side of the blue equation, we have the variable of y. We're going to replace that with the value of 3. There are no operations on the left side, so we can just leave that 3 alone. On the right side of the blue equation, we have the variable of x. We want to replace that variable of x with the value of 2, and we want to place that in brackets. According to the order of operations, we want to multiply first before adding. We have negative 3 over 2 times 2, which is the same thing as negative 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. When you're multiplying fractions, you just have to multiply the denominators and multiply the numerators. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, and 2 times 1 is 2. We can simplify this fraction. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, and negative 3 plus 6 is 3. Therefore, the left side is equal to the right side. At this point, we want to make a final conclusion. Since the left side equals the right side for both equations, therefore the solution, which is another word for point of intersection, is indeed actually 2 and 3. You can now be 100% confident that the point of intersection is actually 2 and 3.